Welcome back to my custom Sims 2 hood, Sample Valley. Today I will be taking you into one of the families that I played off camera. I just wanted to update you guys on some lore. Alright, so this is the Garcia household. Um, at the moment it's composed of Cameron and her two kids, Sophia and Marina. Um, I will start by giving you a tour. It's kind of like a mansion. It is like a pre-made EA build that I took from the bin and I kind of renovated it a little bit. Um, Out here there is an outdoor space to little bar area, little hot tub, little party space. Got some pose boxes because I was doing some storytelling. And here is their kitchen. Really should say her kitchen now. Dining room. This is the living room area. There is literally baby bottles everywhere. And then in here is the master bedroom where Cameron stays with her two kids. On both sides there's the same bathroom, and then love that! I love that something is on fire. I'm gonna pause. And this room is like a Murphy bed with like it's like a little workout room. This is the entryway, and then this is like an office. Upstairs, there is an additional bathroom. I just renovated this one because I realized that they didn't have a bathtub. They definitely need one. This used to be Jonathan's room, and then over here used to be Isaac's old room. Look at this. I really hope it doesn't burn down everything. Thank God it went away. So we're gonna start with just taking you through what just happened. This household started with Isabella, and Isabella met John, who was a townie. John Mamuyac, I think his name was. And yeah, so they met, and he was a townie, and they got together, and he was a criminal mastermind, so he brought in a lot of money. And at the time she was doing really well in her career, so together they basically became like my first like Sims in the town to actually make like so much money. Anyway, they had two twin boys, Jonathan and Isaac. This is Isabella, this is John. They had two kids. We're gonna disregard Sophia and Marina at the moment because I will explain that one. Isabella and John had Isaac and Jonathan, and Isaac's kind of one that is going around the town and like getting with every woman. So I've mentioned him before. And Jonathan's just like totally opposite of that. Really nice. Is currently married to August, and they adopted King. So that's them, and they're in a whole different household. Just love them. Isaac, however, is like the Casanova. But anyway, his mother and his father had a lot of money. So after his mother passed away, John actually opened a nightclub downtown. And so after he retired from his criminal mastermind job, he runs a nightclub, and his sons were helping out. So Jonathan used to be the DJ, and Isaac would just kind of help sell things and get people to come in the nightclub and everything. They actually make a really good amount of money from that as well. Isaac and Katie London got together. Katie is another townie. I think she does the bowling stuff downtown. He really liked her. She became his girlfriend. She moved in. And then at the same time that that happened, John met Cameron, who was an employee at the nightclub, and he fell in love with her. So she moved in. So father and son were dating their girlfriends. Their girlfriends moved into the home. So it was four Sims. So it was John, Cameron, Isaac, and Katie at the time. This is Cameron. So she's a gold digger. So her whole point of getting with John is she loved John. but she wanted the fortune. She's like, oh my God, this man owns a nightclub. He has a mansion, like, has so much money. Like, and John was pretty irresistible too. So she's like, sign me up. So that's why she got together with him. Is the whole storyline here is that she wanted his wealth. And so actually her lifetime want, I think I recently changed it to outlive rich spouses until you have 150,000. So money, fame, mansions, give it all to me. Cameron met John at his club and was excited to be able to work there. She found him exciting, charming, and handsome. She quickly quit her 9 to 5 job just to be next to him. She really does love John, but she loves the new life she could have with him even more. She played hard to get in order to become the next Garcia heiress. Now, with a child on the way and engagement, will she be able to marry John before his deathbed to achieve her dream, or will she have to move on to her next victim, his son? T. So basically, she had a job. He hired her at the nightclub. She quit that job to work at the nightclub. All those nights that they spent at the nightclub, she got really close with him. And then, woohooed with him. So then what happened was he was like, I love you, whatever. I wanted you to be my girlfriend, so move in with me. So she did. And she quit the job at the nightclub and actually became an actress. So she's currently a commercial actress. She's not very high up in the career, but she's making some money. And I would think that it's because of his connections. John has a lot of money, a lot of wealth. He's kind of known around town, so I would think that he would kind of have connections and kind of get her into the showbiz career. Um, anyway, they became boyfriend and girlfriend and then immediately like got engaged after. In his memories, you can kind of see that what had happened was that he tried to ask her to date him and she kept saying no. And then when he finally like proposed to her, like she was like, yes. So that's what happened there. Then she quickly fell pregnant and that's where my round started. Like she was pregnant and then Katie was also pregnant, whatever. I'll get into that in just a second. And that's where I began the round. So basically, while I was playing, she had Sophia, and then they actually did end up getting married, which I do have some screenshots here. Um, yeah, they got married at the worship center I just built. It's kind of like a church kind of thing, like, but it's like different for the Sims. They worship llamas in my game because I thought that would be kind of cool. So you can kind of see the llama statue back here. Maybe, yeah, I can see. Yeah, so there's Katie, there's Isaac, and there's their wedding, and then the meeting cake upstairs. I'm just gonna spawn Isaac for the moment so I can make him selectable so I can show you what's going on. Isaac has a lot of memories of getting with multiple Sims. I'm not gonna go through all of them, but he's gotten with so many Sims, and including like townies and stuff like that. Yeah, there's a lot here, but I'm not gonna go through that. I'm just gonna go through his little backstory he had with Katie. So what's going on with Katie is that he met her and they had 3 bolts together. He seemed to really, really like her, so they went on their first date, and then they went on another date, and then he realized, I'm in love with you. So he went on 3 dates with her, and then realized that he wants to be with her. I ignore that for now, because he's one of those Sims. He's a secondary romance, so he keeps getting around with so many Sims in the town. So throughout his memories, he's just cheating over and over again and just getting with a bunch of women. Regardless, he went on 3 days with Katie and realized that he wants her to move in. So he got her to move in. She became his girlfriend, and then he was caught cheating, like almost immediately. It was around the same time that his father got engaged to Cameron. So yeah, all 4 of them were living together, and then Katie was actually pregnant during this time as well. Just to kind of give you a little bit of a backstory, Katie hates Elaine because when they first got together, that's when he caught Isaac with Elaine. Katie spots Elaine at the club and confronts her. She tells her to stay away from Isaac. Why did you show up here? You need to stay away from my man. It wasn't my intent. I don't care. You need to leave. And you can kind of see here, but Katie's pregnant. And it was really funny because like I took them all to the nightclub because they needed to run the business, and Elaine literally just randomly showed up, and I was like, oh my god. Isaac finds them and gets between them. So during this time that they were at the nightclub, I have to give you a little bit of backstory. So Elaine cheated with Isaac, of course. Katie catches them cheating. About a year goes by because Isaac didn't see him or didn't see Elaine for like basically an entire year. Then Isaac has that one night stand with her, has the baby, and then is like has that secret love child with her. And Isaac's in love with Elaine. Um, but Katie doesn't know any of this is still going on. So she just sees Elaine and she's like, why are you coming? Like, you're my man. Why are you coming to his family's nightclub? Like, girl, why are you here? And so that's kind of like what's going on here is Isaac finds them and gets between them. This is my dad's club. You need to chill. You need to stop making a scene. Oh, really? Do I now? So now you're defending her? You're defending her even though you hurt me by cheating with her? You seriously need to shut up right now. You're being too dramatic. What is wrong with you? Later, after they got home, Katie followed Isaac to their room and confronted him. So you think it's okay to defend someone you cheated on me with? What the heck is that about? You say you love me, but then you go and defend a random ass hoe. Listen, Katie. What's done is done. I can't change the past. But I don't want to lose you. I know I messed up, but seriously, I don't have feelings for her. I just want to move on with you. Can you please forgive me and let's move past this? You're going to be the mother of my child. I want to put this in the past. I need time to process all of this. You really hurt me, Isaac. I can't just forgive you like that. I think I need some time to think. So yeah, that happened, and we all know. You know that Isaac was already getting with Elaine, right? So he told her that he loves her and that he was gonna go and visit on the weekends because he wanted to be there for his other child. So now you can kind of see Isaac how he is. He's a very charming guy. He's very irresistible, but he is charming to the point where he's willing to lie to all of these other ladies just to get what he wants. And now he's lying to his own girlfriend. Shocker. Katie wonders about her future with her unborn child. She wonders if Isaac really does have eyes for her, or if it's all a lie. She wonders if he'll even be able to be the man he needs to be for them. This is when John and Cameron finally got married. Cameron will inherit his fortune. And then, like, you think that they're all good. They had that little spat, like, moving on. Everything is good. And then at the wedding, he cheats on Katie again, but with a different woman. This other lady is another lady that works at the nightclub is actually really good friends with Cameron, and he just could not stop flirting with her. He could not. And I was like, boy, if you keep flirting with her at the wedding, Katie's gonna catch you. And they woohooed, and she got them. And so she says, I'm completely done with you. That was the last straw. We are through. So she's like super angry. So she breaks up with him. What will Isaac do now? So that happened. Katie moves out. Pregnant, like super pregnant, moves out, leaves the household. Now it's just Isaac, John, and Cameron. Cameron actually did have her baby before they got married. And so at the birthday party of Sophia, at Sophia's birthday party, John passes away. Cameron inherits his business and his wealth. However, she wants more. So yeah, John dies at him and Cameron's child's birthday. So then, Isaac just got broken up with. Is this woman that he actually really loves. His unborn child just left. And then his father just passes away. And so Cameron doing what any great stepmother would, begins to flirt with her stepson. So she comforts him because she's like, you know what? Since John is gone and like she has all the wealth, she has the business and everything, but she's like, I want the man and maybe he can make me more money, whatever, you know? And then, they spent the night together. So then after sharing the night together, Isaac realizes what he did. He is angry at himself and his stepmother for taking advantage of him. And you gotta think, like, Isaac, sad, distraught, depressed, like he just lost his love of his life, his father, all in like the span of maybe a couple of days. This is a picture of him and Katie in the background, so he realizes he is trying to cope with the loss of Katie. He really misses her, and instead of processing his grief, he chooses to hook up with girls. It really isn't helping him. So in his memories, you'll kind of see that more so. He broke up with Katie, they're enemies. Then he kisses random touty. Then his father passes. And then he tried to go out with Arya. He had this want to get engaged with her for some reason. I don't know why. So I was like, you know what? Let's just try to like going steady. And even though they have three bolts and they're in love with each other, she said no. So I was like, you know what? We're gonna give up on that. And then he does these things with his stepmom. So that's kind of like what I meant by coping. Here he is depressed, and then he ponders his next move because he's like really thinking like, what did I really do? What do I do next? Like he's really thinking about his life, and he's like, I don't know if I like the way it's going. And then he decides he's going to find her, and that's where the storytelling goes or ends. So then he moves out of the mansion and just gives up everything he has. So she, like I said, she inherited the business. She has the wealth. She has the mansion. She has two kids by John. Like this is what this is. And he's just like, you know what? This isn't what I want. I'm leaving. But my headcanon is that he would be super angry with his stepmother because he felt like he got taken advantage of, and then he's starting to sense that there's something weird going on with her. Like she's like maybe not actually in love with his dad, and she just has ulterior motives and stuff like that. So that's kind of like what happened here. So as you can see, Karen is a hopeless romantic schmoozer, hot-headed, diva, and snob. Her traits really fit her because I can see her like actually falling in love with John. I think she actually did love John, but you can see that she has ulterior motives. Like she really just schmoozed her way in here to get him, and she doesn't like when things don't go her way. As you can see, like she's a snob as well. She's like, you know, I don't want to be a poor person, and I want the finer things in life. And she looks down on other people, and she's a diva. She's definitely a diva. Hot-headed diva. We love that. This is Sophia. This is her child with John. Don't know much about her yet. She's grumpy and brave. And then she just had Marina. She literally just had this baby after John passed away. So yeah. This is the Garcia family. Isaac left his family fortune, mansion, and business behind after losing almost everything he had. He ventured off to find what he had lost and is determined to build the life he has always wanted. Although he loved to party and flirt with the ladies, he was realizing that that isn't what life is all about. After a mistake that costed his relationship and family, will he be able to step up as the man he needs to be in order to get Katie back? Or will his old habits prove to be hard to break? This is the apartments that I just recently built. Um, this actually used to be where Elaine stayed. This is Isaac. He recently moved in here, gave up all the fortune, gave up the business, gave up everything to just go out on his own, just to get away from the home. And his story is going to be that he went out to find Katie. He really missed her, and he's like, you know what? If it means that I can get her back, I'm leaving. I'm going to find myself. So, this is his apartment. This is his living room, kitchen area. You actually walk upstairs, and then this is the apartment. So, He's got like sports stuff because he's actually a Hall of Famer, professional athlete. He works out because I think he actually has the hobby in fitness. Um, and he did like he had a little bit of money that he saved up from his careers, to be able to buy this furniture and decorate a little bit. But as you can see, he's really broke. This is his father and his mother when they were younger. That's him and Katie. It's a picture of Katie as well. And then here's another picture of his father and mother. He actually also has a picture of him and Elizabeth. That's one of his flings, but it's kind of like a goofy picture, so I guess you could say it's like his friend. Um, but yeah, he did take the photos of his mother and his father because I feel like after John passed away and all that, that Cameron would definitely throw away the pictures of Isabella and John. So he wanted to get those. He also took their family dog, Bourbon, because I don't think Cameron would really take care of the dog. So this is his bathroom, minimally decorated, but his favorite color is black. So got some posters, got some like sports stuff. It's pretty minimal stuff, but anyway, this is his apartment, and like I said, he's a Hall of Famer. This is Isaac, the renowned sim in my town because he is a secondary romance. He's popularity but with a secondary romance. So his traits are brave, great kisser, inappropriate, loves the heat, and irresistible. Loves the color black. He also managed to take his car, and then he's got all the graves of all their pets. Oh yeah, and he's also charismatic. He's in the fitness. He's pretty grouchy, on more on the serious side, but he's very neat, very outgoing, and very active. So he's an Aries. Isaac is a John 2.0. He inherited all of his father's good traits. However, he strives to be a famous sports player. He cares about himself greatly, always working on himself to be the best he can be. One day, he will inherit his father's club. For now, he helps him on the side. He enjoys spending time with his father and loves the romantic opportunities this provides for him. With so many romantic prospects, it's easy to get carried away, but he has to remember he now has a pregnant girlfriend he doesn't want to lose. On one of these nightly escapades, he ran into Elaine. He shared a hot tub woohoo with her and was shocked to find out he is now a father. He doesn't want Katie to find out, so he sends money on the side to Elaine and visits her from time to time. So yeah, that was his bio pretty much before all this other stuff happened. Um, this is user John 2.0 because I think John was also a popularity sim. But John was also very charismatic and very charming as well. And he looks just like John, honestly. And he was enjoying a lot of the romantic escapades, I would say. And even after he moved out, he was still going out and like hanging out with friends and stuff and like going out with other girls, whatever. But I think in the back of his mind, he's really realizing that Katie, like he could have had so much with her. And so although the story isn't really like him as a sim doesn't really follow it, like being irresistible and a little bit inappropriate and things like that, being a secondary romance sim, you would think that like he would continue to cheat and everything, but my kind of headcanon is that he would have a glow up. He would become a better sim. He would want to become a better man so that he can have Katie. After realizing what he had done, Isaac ventured off on his own to find what he had lost. Sacrificing the family fortune, home, and most of all their business, he was determined to build himself the life he wanted on his terms. He felt like Cameron had taken advantage of him while he was at his lowest. There was also something fishy about her, but he can't quite understand what. He moved into his own apartment with his older dog, Bourbon. He furnished it from scratch with the little money he had. He enjoyed it. Growing up wealthy, he never had to worry about much. But he's learning the true essence of hard work. Isaac continues to go out and about. He is known around town as a star player on the soccer team. He enjoys being recognized. He enjoys the nights out. He enjoys the ladies too. He continues to enjoy this life as he is rebuilding from scratch. However, something keeps bugging him. He thinks about how he cheated on Katie, how he lost his father, and lost his home to his evil stepmother. After 6 long months, things have changed. Isaac is now getting older. He is realizing all that he has lost, and as much as the nightlife is fun and exciting, he realizes that it isn't as fulfilling as he once thought it was. He reaches out to Katie, invites her over to talk about things. Katie, it's been a while. Yes, it has. Your hair has grown out. So has yours. You look so beautiful. Isaac. Look, Katie, it has been a long time. I know that I messed up. I know things got so bad between us, but I never stopped thinking about you. I couldn't stop thinking about how I messed up and let you go. I'm so sorry, Katie. After a while of talking, they ate dinner, then sat down to watch a movie together. They were really enjoying each other's company. And then they started cuddling on the couch, you know. They was like watching a movie and he just kind of like, squeezed her a little bit. Katie began to feel things for Isaac again. So she's like falling in love with him. They didn't do anything else, they just kind of cuddled on the couch. I had a really nice time with you, Isaac. So did I, Katie. I do have to go home now. It's getting late. Aw, okay. I'd love to have you over again if you'd be up to it. We'll see, Isaac. So you hugged her and she went home. So yeah, that's where we're at here. He did used to look a little different. He had shorter hair. He's more like prim proper. He has more like longer hair. He has like more of like chill casual look. Maybe more of a grown out beard. I know you stink. Um, but yeah, so I would think he's more like humble now. And I think it's been about 6 months that he's been living like this. And yeah, so yeah, that's where we're at here. Besides like wanting to get back his family, I think at some point he would want to meet up with Cameron and talk with her because it's showing that he's in love with her, but I'm going to change that. I think that he would be angry with her. I think that he would be like, "No, I'm not getting with you. You're my dad's like, you know, wife. Like, no, you're my stepmom, and that's all we'll ever be." And I think he would want to ask her for the business back, business ownership, but I don't think she would want to give it. If I'm being completely honest, I don't think she would. And so I think he's going to compose a plan to get it back. I'm not sure how that's going to go at the moment. That's just kind of like a little bit of a story that I had going on now, but for now, he's focusing on getting his family back. So, yep. That's Isaac. Over here we have Katie. So Katie's got this house like kind of way far away from everything. So nestled in the corner of Sample Valley lies an old abandoned house that was once used as a criminal hideout. Most would say that this place needs to be bulldozed, but not Katie. She found this place to be her saving grace. After being cheated on time after time, she needed to find a safe place to get away and raise her child. This place was selling for dirt cheap, but it needs a lot of TLC. Will Katie be able to raise her infant daughter while working and renovating this home? Or will their peace be disrupted again by her unstable ex? This place used to be like worse than this, but this is the outside of it. So I just took like a pre-built home and I like put trash everywhere and I made the outside look really dingy, and there's a trash piles in the back, there was weeds everywhere. Since this round finished, she's already cleaned up all of this, so it's not like a big issue now. This is what the home used to look like. Very dingy, very gross, very trash, like it's paint everywhere. The kitchen was gross, like it was awful. But since then she's kind of slowly gotten it to be looking like this, kind of renovated it with the little money that she has. This is her daughter's room, Lauren. And then this is Katie's room. She loves the color blue, so I went with a very cute blue theme. And then this is their bathroom. She is not yet renovated yet. But yeah, you can see there's still kind of trash in the backyard, and then there's this pile of trash. But going through the backstory, after being cheated on, Katie bought this abandoned house, the only place she could afford for her and her child. Katie worked hard to clean and renovate this place when she wasn't being a lawyer and a mom. Endless hours and simoleons were spent getting this place together. So after they met up after 6 months, and after she had, gone over to his house to like talk about things, he came over and was helping her clean up. So he helped her like clean up the trash, take care of Lauren, and just renovate the home. And this is like kind of them in the backyard, like burning trash and like cleaning up the trash and like burning it together. And then they're like spending some time around the fire, just talking, catching up. Under the beautiful night sky, they fell in love again because they started doing like a little slow dance. Isaac realized the love he gave up and took for granted, all of this time spent with Katie made him realize that this is what he truly wanted. After 6 long months of no contact, they shared a kiss under the beautiful night sky. He helped her and then he went home. After kissing, she came in here and she's like, "Oh man, I don't know how I feel about him. Like, I'm scared he's gonna hurt me again." She just got settled into her new home with her baby. They have been stable. Should she give Isaac another chance and risk losing her stability? She feels uncertain. And then after this and like kind of renovate after a little while and renovating the house and stuff, it was Lauren's birthday, so she invited all her friends over. And then this is where the tea happened. So it was actually very interesting. So people were trying to flirt with Isaac and he was just denying them. I think it was Emily. Emily was trying to flirt with Isaac and he was just like, "No, I don't want you." And it was going great. And I was like, "Oh my God, maybe he actually is a changed man." And then that's when Melissa came up and started like kissing him and he took it. She was like flirting and like kissing him and everything, and he just was like, "Yeah, sure, whatever." And he actually like ended up kissing Emily back at some point, and then Katie of course caught them. So Katie caught her best friend flirting with her man. She gave Isaac an ultimatum: either change or they will never be together. So I kind of spun this in a way that made sense from my story, is that, they were at the birthday party, Katie's like taking care of Lauren, all these people there having a great time. And I think Isaac was actually rejecting a lot of these girls. I know technically he did like kiss Melissa back, but my headcanon is that Katie caught them in like the corner, like Melissa was hitting on her man, and she actually misinterpreted what was going on. So Melissa was actually like hitting on her man, so basically being a backstabbing like best friend. And Isaac was actually trying to reject her, but then Katie thought that because of Isaac's history that he was the one initiating. So she's currently mad at both of them, which is why she wants to drink Isaac. She gave Isaac an ultimatum: either change or they will never be together. Seriously, Isaac, I love you so much. I want to be with you, but not when you keep hurting me like this. It also hurts Lauren when you can't be a stable father. What will Isaac do? Yeah, so she's currently mad at both of them, but I kind of wanted it to be like, it actually wasn't his fault this time. He actually wants to change. It's just his but now she lost her best friend. But yeah, he is working on becoming a better man, and actually because of all of these things that has happened, it inspired me to build a therapy community lab. Just for funsies, I want to take you over there. Tampa Valley Therapy Services. So the description is: need some help controlling your anger, or did you or your partner have another falling out? Come on down to the therapy office where we can help you fix your life. Welcome to Sample Valley Therapy Services. It is on basically Main Street for my town because the city hall slash library is right there. And then this is actually where the orphanage is. And then you got movie theater and then the fashion plaza, and then there's townhouses right here. And then right next to it is the Central Park. So yes, this is the Sample Valley Therapy Services. So you walk in, and it's like a waiting area, you get checked in, whatever. And then out back, there is actually like a little peaceful Zen And there's playing new age music. It's kind of like chill music. Some really chill music. And then you're doing yoga. And then you come back here and there's like a hallway. Some nice little like, posters. Here is a sauna. Here's a bathroom. And then here's the main therapist office. Um, where you talk about things and they write stuff on their whiteboard and stuff and their computer and here is actually the therapist, Paulina Winstonson. I just made her. She's gorgeous. She is the therapist. She knows all of the life skills. She owns this business, but like honestly, there's no reason for her to. I just wanted her to appear on the slot to try to act like as a therapist, but for some reason I can't get her to help with couples counseling. I need to look more into it, but we'll figure that out. Anyway, back here is a door that says, do not enter. It is a science lab kind of thing with a computer, right? And over here is this electric shock thing that helps with your needs. The thing that helps you like change your aspiration. So, my headcanon is you can come here to improve your mood, obviously, because it's therapy, and also it's for Sims like Isaac who want to change their life. So, what is going to happen is Isaac and Katie are going to come here. They're going to learn about anger management, they're going to learn about couples counseling, and Isaac is actually going to, go into that room to change his aspiration. So, he's going to not be a romance sim anymore, and I might even change his traits, which is exactly why you see here the trait mod and the color mod and the lifelong lifetime wish changer, because you can come here like it's for Sims who really don't know what they want to do, who need help and have low aspirations, and just want to change their aspiration, having issues with their spouse, their friend, their family, whatever. So yeah, that's kind of my headcanon, and I know it was kind of scary. That was the point. So it's kind of like an experimental kind of thing where your sim comes in here and they get zapped or whatever, and they change. They change their life for the better. The sauna and the yoga is more so for like therapy kind of thing. Like your sim comes here to relax, come here to do some yoga to like clear their mind, maybe meditate a little bit too. You know, that was the mindset behind that. But yeah, so yeah, this is the therapy office. Just wanted to show it off. And Paulina is the therapist. I set her to faithful. I set her husband to faithful too. They don't have any kids. They live in the townhouses over here, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they're not going to be flirting. They're not going to be causing any drama or tea in this town. They're just here basically to be NPCs. And it's like perfect because she's already like coming in her office and we can go talk to her. She could impart knowledge, like skills and things too. She's really skilled. Of course Elizabeth would be here. She has a lot of issues. I like the idea of the therapy office because I think it makes for more gameplay and more interesting gameplay at that. A sim like Isaac is very interesting because like I thought that I randomized their traits. I followed the aspiration system that Pleasant Sims has, and I followed the hobby system, like whatever the game thinks their hobby should be, whatever. But I'm starting to realize that I kind of don't want to do that. I kind of want to let them do things on their own, but also kind of formulate a story around that makes sense. So for Sims like Isaac, although he's a secondary romance sim and he would be cheating on, ladies left and right, I think it would be more interesting. Not like the norm. I don't think that, maybe he would be cheating on Katie for his whole life. I don't think he would be like wanting to rendezvous for his whole life. And some Sims would and some Sims wouldn't. But like for his storyline, because he has like this background, I thought it would be more interesting to kind of formulate my own kind of story that fits him. But also, it makes more sense to change his aspiration because he's changing as a sim. He's going to therapy, he's becoming better, he's becoming a better person, he wants to be a better father, and things like that. So, just to read a little bit of background on Katie, she's pretty outgoing, pretty active, she's on the sloppy side, more serious, more grouchy. After meeting the soon to be famous fellow athlete at work, Katie fell head over heels for him. She quickly fell pregnant and moved in, becoming his girlfriend and hopefully soon to be fiance. But now that she's moved in, it feels like things have changed between them. Isaac is less attentive now, and she's even recently found out where he goes at night. Now she doesn't know how she even found him attractive in the first place. With this baby on the way, she hopes that this can be the glue that repairs their relationship. And oh boy, was she wrong. So yeah, that's what's been going on in Sample Valley. We kind of got a little bit of background on Isaac, and he's so notorious. Like, it's so nice to be able to like show him off now, because it's like, guys, he's ruthless. He be out here like getting with all the ladies, man. That's crazy. Thanks for coming and playing with me and my custom Sims 2 hood. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I'll keep you updated on some more tea that has happened in my town, whether I play on camera or off camera. But yeah, hope you have enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye!